Students, hopefully everybody is doing well today. I know I am. So, how's everybody doing? Feel free to say hello in the comments, whether you're a new or returning student, because it's always good to hear from the classroom. All right, it looks like everything is starting here correctly, which I am happy about. How's everybody doing? I've been very busy, as you can probably imagine, still working on painting the house. So I am a little bit tired tonight, but I think we'll power through just fine. All right. How's everybody doing today? Let me know in the comments. I'm quiet. Adjust the mic. Am I still quiet? Because the mic was far away a second ago. Hello. Let me just say hello to some people first. Real Winslet fan, thank you for coming by. I understand you do not like Windows. And we got Laredo back. Hey, Laredo, how you doing? Hello. Good morning, Tim and fellow students. I trust that all of you are well, or all of you had a great and extremely productive week. Looking forward to it. We got Carol Christensen here again. How you doing, Carol? Glad to have you back with us. We got Cheryl Fay back again. We got Mal74 back again. Perfect time for the neighbor to run a lawnmower outside my window. Let's see. No, I'm not migrating to Apple, but thanks, guys. Okay, let's see. Better. Okay, been sick since Wednesday. Ooh, not glad to hear that. Gary Cook is back here once again. Salvador's here. Brenda's here. We got a lot of good returning students back again. So we will get started here with our lesson. Let me try one last time to get the Facebook stream started. This should hopefully, if it works, take less than a minute, because I want to get the Facebook crowd back here on the live stream. So just give me a second. And first of all, everybody give Kennedy Uchekwu. I apologize. I'll just call you Kennedy because I can't pronounce your last name. But everybody give Kennedy a warm welcome. Welcome out to our classroom, Kennedy. I believe it's your first time or close to it. Okay, let's see here. Just everybody give me less than a minute here, and we'll get started. Okay, anyway, I don't know. I'll have to figure out the Facebook thing later, but welcome everybody to our live stream. We're going to get started with the classroom here, or the class here in a second. Sorry, I'm all out of sorts today. Like I said, I'm a little tired, so my brain is kind of all over the place. All right, let me get this up so that we will be ready. One more thing up, actually. Let me get an example here, so we can look at it together. No, why not? Okay. Did that again. All right, everybody just give me one more second, and then we will be ready to go. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're ready. Perfect. Okay, let me do our intro here. Should you always memorize, be relying on your memory to play a piece? Well, not always. There is a certain time in particular you should not memorize your piece. What is it? Well, I'm going to tell you about it right now. Okay, here we go. So I know a lot of students out there struggle with memorizing their pieces. Wait, hold on a second. Your teacher Tim here again, and I have a lot of students who struggle with memorizing their pieces, but I actually also have a lot of students that struggle with the exact opposite, where they can memorize a piece, no problem, really, really easily. It comes, second nature to them, but it's kind of biting them, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready. Okay, so this I do want to mention that this does apply to people who don't even necessarily have super fantastic memories. What'll happen, say you're learning the Moonlight Sonata here. And I've been learning it for quite a while, especially this first page. Say I know this first page really well. Well, what'll start to happen is I actually will not be actively looking at the notes anymore. I'll just be kind of using my memory to fill in the notes. Now, it's something you eventually want to do, especially if you're ready to get the piece ready for performance. However, do not memorize or rely too much on your memory right away. And the big fallback to that is that you won't be actively looking at your music, which in turn will cause you to neglect mistakes. It will, you'll actually for a while be making a mistake and not even realizing it. But actually, more importantly and more devastating is that you'll actually start to play these mistakes over and over again, so that they become more of a learned mistake, which are actually really, really hard to take care of, since you're actually been reinforcing it the wrong way. It's easy to make a mistake and then fix it right away, but if it's something you've been doing for months and months, and I've been there, I've done this, it's way, way harder to correct. So what you want to do is, when you're learning a piece, sure, you can try to play through the first page by memory, but I would, for a long time, have the piece in front of you and try your best. Now, this is going to take some, active thinking on your part, but try your best to be aware to be aware of the notes going on the page, rather than just blindly playing them, because you'll be surprised that even in like the easier parts, you could be making a mistake over and over again and not even realize it. And reading the sheet music will help you. Like I said, if you've relied too much on your memory, you'll begin to reinforce those bad mistakes. Okay, wait, hold on. All right, so when should you memorize a piece? Because you should memorize them, right? Well, you should actually be memorizing your music quite often, but only after you have spent an adequate amount of time learning just the notes, just the rhythms, and things like that. This can take weeks, it can take months, it can even take years, depending on the level of playing that you're at, the piece that you're trying to go for. So it can take quite a long time. However, you can begin memorizing the piece right away. I didn't say not to do that necessarily. What I said was, don't just depend on your memory. So you can be trying to memorize the first page within the first few weeks, and that's not a problem. However, you just have to remember to go back and play the piece with the music every so often. I would actually still mostly be reading from the music, and then doing memory kind of a practice, every now and again as a side thing, but always still be going back and actively reading your music. Okay, so say I've been learning this piece for a long time and I have it completely memorized. I've been playing it for, recitals and things like that. Should I go back and look at the sheet music again? The answer is yes, but not as often. You might want to, play by memory most of the time, and then maybe once through each practice session, play it through with the music in front of you to catch the little details and little mistakes. Another good way, I mentioned this in a previous lesson, another good way to pick out mistakes that you might not be aware of is actually to listen to a professional recording of the piece, because you'll be able to pick out the discrepancies between what they're playing and what you're playing. Okay, so it was kind of a shorty lesson today. Actually, the next one on Sunday is going to be a little bit short as well. Like I said, I kind of wanted to keep the consistency of the lessons rather than just kind of taking a really long break or something like that while I'm getting the new studio ready and everything. Progress is going well. But anyway, I want to ask you, do you have any questions about when you should memorize a piece, when you shouldn't memorize a piece, or anything like that? I'll be taking questions now. And then while they're coming in, I'll probably show you like kind of what my ideas are for the next few weeks with the channel. Audio breakup again. You know what? I have no idea why that's happening, and it's annoying me. So I'm going to have to spend some time to figure out why it's doing that. It did that in the last lesson as well. It happened after I updated. I didn't update Windows. I updated the software XSplit Broadcaster, and I'm not entirely sure why it's doing the audio cracking, which is unfortunate because I just like to have my audio these days, especially to be on point, and it's unfortunate that it's not. Sorry that I'm all nasally. My allergies got me. All right. All right, let me say hi to some people. Welcome again to Kennedy. Jason is here. Hello, it's been a while. Welcome back, Jason. So happy you could come and join us today. So sorry about the crackling, everybody. I'm going to hopefully fix that by next time. I don't think refreshing is going to help. It might. Okay, Carol says, but now it's okay. Okay. What's weird is I don't know what could have changed. I even checked my settings before I went on, but who knows? I'm not buying an Apple, guys. Don't tell me that. Let's see. Same here. Alright, that didn't help. I lose my place more often in parts I've memorized as Barbara, especially when I come to a part that I haven't. So that's pretty common to have, like, lose your place when you're playing from memory. So what I would do is I would memorize like anchor points throughout the piece. So if you jump off and you totally forget, you can jump back or maybe forward a little bit in the piece and easily figure out where you are. Barbara's audio has been fine. So it looks like it's off and on, unfortunately, but I'm definitely going to have to fix it. So I'm not happy about the audio, but I'll get it fixed. There's always a way. That's how I look at pretty much anything in life. If there's something that needs to be done, there's a way to do it. Cheryl says the audio is good here. Welcome out, Cheryl, by the way, and Terry as well. Hello, happy Friday. Terry, is it your first time here? Welcome out to our classroom. So happy you could join us today. Jason's here, and welcome, Jason, by the way. I just got a piano. What should I practice and memorize first, says Jason. But I just memorized Jingle Bells. I would honestly work your way through really easy pieces like nursery rhymes and things like that, and work your way up to more difficult pieces, both in what you're learning and what you're memorizing. So if you just memorize Jingle Bells, maybe try to memorize I don't know, like Happy Birthday or whatever else you've been able to play up to now. Maybe go back to your back catalog of things you played and see if you can memorize some of those before you really start to memorize anything really complicated. Because memory, like any other kind of skill in the piano, is something that's developed through doing. And you do that working from the bottom and working your way up. Sorry, Real Wednesday fan. Sorry about that. Too much crackling, almost unlistenable, huh? Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know what's going on. It's okay now. Audio's good here. Okay, so like half the people are saying audio's good, so I don't know what to do. Hey, Joseph's here. Joseph, a new student. Hey, welcome out, Joseph. So happy you could join us. So happy that you're a part of our classroom this evening. Do you have any questions about memorizing piano pieces or really anything in general? I'll start taking questions now. Let's see here. And everybody give a warm welcome out to Joseph. Randy says, good evening all. How's the house? Doing good. Actually, I was there today working a lot, and I'm pretty tired because of it, but, you know, what are you going to do? I should look at that. You know, that's actually working for the channel as well, so I shouldn't feel like I'm slacking at all or anything. The rooms are almost all painted. I have another couple of days, I think, left on finishing up painting. There's a few, like, little odds and ends I need to do before I can move in. I need to have the carpets cleaned, so maybe another week. I hope within 2 weeks we're operational, but, you know, it might be off by a week or so. So we'll kind of just see how it goes from there. All right, let's see here. And anybody who's new, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I recently just bought a house, so we're going to be moving studios into like a real room. Right now we're operating out of a basement, which is okay, but you know, I prefer the nice room to work out of. So that's what's been going on with the channel, and I've been very, very busy doing that, and I'm really excited to have some new types of videos coming out, but they can't really come out, or I can't really start working on them in full force until I move, just because there's so many other things I need to do, and I want to, you know, I want to put the effort into them that they need to become, you know, full potential. Hi, all newbies. I agree. Ryan Williams, welcome, Ryan. I believe it's one of your first times here, at least one of the first times I've seen you comment. So welcome out to our classroom. Happy to have you. Okay, how's the just like quick check? How's the audio for everybody? Because I know unfortunately Andy had to leave because of it, and of course I'm gonna take it like way more personally than I should. Because that's just the way I am. Like, I don't know. All right, let's see. I always like to have things working well. Oh, that's what I was going to do. So let me kind of walk you through what we're talking about on Sunday, what's happening next week, and what you can expect in the next couple of weeks coming up in the classroom. Okay, so here we are. I have a website, by the way, pianolessonsontheweb.com. If you check out the main page there, I have over 20 courses designed to help you learn a lot more about piano and music. So whether you're looking to learn the fundamentals of piano, so you're a beginner, you just found my channel, and you want a really good, solid understanding of those beginning topics, the courses there I have will really help you out with that. Or if you're a intermediate or more advanced student, you're looking to advance your skills to that next level, I also have courses there for you as well. Just like the channel, there's no gimmicks. This is real instruction. This isn't learn piano in 25 seconds, learn piano in 30 days. That just doesn't happen, but it's all real instruction that you would find, you know, from the channel or, you know, from piano lessons that you might take. You're going to learn piano, music theory, improvisation, rhythm, ear training, and more. And you can, another big advantage of the courses over the YouTube channel is that you're going to be able to learn, practice, and master each topic with not only instructional videos, similar to the ones you see on the channel, but also notes, worksheets, sheet music, activities, and assignments to help you out as well. These are, you know, these are basically real courses that include a lot of other things rather than just, you know, playing material. So go over to the website, pianolessonsontheweb.com, check it out, because I have a feeling that, I know actually, that if you like what you see over here on the YouTube channel, you're going to love it over there. So check that out. But the real reason I wanted to bring us over here right now is if you click on the community tab, this is a free section of the website. And first of all, you can fill out that little form if you're interested in attending on a regular basis. you're going to get an email 30 minutes before we meet. And then if you check out the calendar down below, you can see what we're talking about and when. Like I said, though, I'm really busy right now. And so the calendar isn't filled out in advance like it usually is. I'm kind of doing it week by week right now. So I appreciate the patience on everybody else's part. So we're going to keep on rolling here. But on Sunday, we're going to be talking about how to use the list of musical symbols. So a question I get a lot from students is like they'll find a symbol in their sheet music. They won't know how to play it. And the question, of course, is how do I figure that out? Because, you know, how do you look up a squiggly line in a dictionary or something like that? You know, if you have the word like adagio or something, that's easy. You just type that in. But, you know, there's no mordents on the piano or on the regular typing keyboard, at least not that I know of. So that will be helpful for a lot of you. And then I'm thinking next week, everybody, that we're going to take off. We're probably going to take off both Friday and Sunday, but we're at least taking off Friday. That's going to help me recuperate a little bit, come up with some ideas. And then where do I think things are? I mean, like, how many weeks do I think? I'm thinking, sorry that I'm rambling. Like I said, I'm a little tired, but I'm hoping that maybe by like certainly by September 14th, I want to be doing live streams again. Hopefully by the 7th, but my dad has something scheduled that day that's kind of important, so that I may have to help him take care of, but that's not a big deal. But by the middle of September, I hope to be operational. Hopefully the first week would be great. That's really what I'm shooting for. But just to kind of give you guys and gals a timeline of when things are happening. All right, let's see here. Breaking up here and there. Okay, so it's still, it looks like audio is good for like half the people and not good for the other half. So I'm going to have to figure this out. But thanks, everybody, for chiming in. Let's see here. We got Barbara. Okay, audio is fine. Audio is fine. Audio is fine. Gary Cook. Everybody, thank you so much to Gary Cook for the $10 super chat. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much for helping support our classroom here on YouTube, Gary. Thank you so much. Music Practice Tribe says, hi, I'm Catherine. Thank you for this. Okay, I find once I'm memorizing at tempo, I have to really let go of the score. Okay, as I can no longer sight read at that speed. Okay, you must be talking about a really fast piece, I would think. Is it normal or is it a really bad habit? Once I'm memorizing at tempo. Yeah, you know what I would do is I would, after you've done memorizing at tempo, and I'm assuming you're probably have gotten this piece ready for performance at one time, what I would do is go back and read through your sheet music again, but play it, the piece at about half speed. This will also help you correct mistakes. We mentioned this in the other lesson that we had, you know, a couple of weeks ago as well. So go back, look through the music, and play it at half speed. You will be surprised that you will, I can almost assure you 100% that you're going to find some kind of mistakes in there that you weren't aware of before. So just adjust it a little bit, slow it down, and read through it. Let's see. I bought beginner's lessons and find them well organized, says Randy. All right. Very nice, Randy. Glad to hear that. All right. Music night. Or no. Music night. Night Tim, night all. Hello, Abigail. How you doing? I'm glad Abigail's back here with us again. I was kind of wondering where you were at, but so happy you could join us this evening. Kennedy says, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Kennedy. All right. Any more questions about what we talked about tonight? We usually go the whole hour. If anybody is like new here, I'll give you a breakdown on what you can usually expect. Fridays and Sundays, we meet 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I basically teach for, you know, maybe half the lesson, basically half an hour. And then we do a Q&A the other half. But we're doing shorter lessons right now because, like I said, I'm busy getting the studio ready and everything. So we might end a little bit earlier tonight, but I do want to know everybody if they have any questions about what we talked about tonight. All right, Jason's got one here. Sir Tim, can you give me a song example that I should memorize? Okay, a song example. You know, like For Release would be a good one. You know, For Release, probably. I mean, if you just memorize Jingle Bells, I mean, first of all, it depends if you can play For Release. If you can play For Release, no problem. Try memorizing this beginning part. It's not too hard to memorize. Now, to memorize the whole thing, like this part, that's going to require a little bit more effort. Another song I recommend you learn or you memorize that's actually a really good one is, in terms of memorization, is Bach's Prelude in C major from the Well-Tempered Clavier. So just type in Bach's Prelude in C major, and it will probably come up for you. The great thing about this one and why it's such a good piece for memorization is that it's very simple to play, first of all. You have like the same kind of repeated patterns, and each measure, or every 2 measures or so, it changes just by a little bit. So it really works out your memory because you have to remember how the notes move between one another. So that's a really good one. So that's the recommendation I have for you, Jason, is to memorize Bach's Prelude in C major. Bach's, not B-O-X, B-A-C-H-S. Let me, Bach's Prelude in C major. Okay, Randy has a, okay, it looks like Abigail's in Florida. All right, glad to hear that you're in the U.S. here. Let's see here. Where can we get good sheet music? From a great question from Randy. All right, let me answer this for you. How do you get good sheet music? Well, just hold on a second. Okay, to get good sheet music, first of all, go to the website imslp.org. Or is it .net? I think it's .org. And this is the Petrucci Music Library. This is an online music library. And let's, for example, just go to the search bar and type in Bach Prelude in C major. And let me see if I can find this piece we were just talking about. And I believe this is the one right here. Now, you want to scroll down to where it starts to say sheet music. And look on the side to see if it's a good version. Like, you can tell that's like really grainy, so that might not be any good. Like, this one's okay. You'll find that a lot of the versions are very similar. So this one's perfect. And sometimes you have to wait 15 seconds or so, but that's not a big deal. So imslp.org. It's called the Petrucci Music Library. And it's very, very, very good for getting classical pieces and not so much, not like rock or modern music at all. It's not good for that at all. It's good, though, for classical. So anything like we just talked about, this is the Prelude in C major. As you can see, just using the search bar on that site, I found it without too much trouble. So if you're looking for Bach, Beethoven, Chopin, any of the classical composers, you can find most of their music on this website, I find. In terms of more modern stuff, I hate to tell you, but in most in most likelihood, you're going to have to buy the piece from something like MuseScore.com or something like that. Or no, MuseScore is this one. So MuseScore, you pay a fee, and you can download. They don't have everything though. This one's is better for more modern music, like I don't know, like the say Jurassic Park theme song, right? See what happens. And here you go. Now the thing about MuseScore, the thing I like about it is it's easy to find a lot of pieces. The bad part about it is they're a lot of times arranged by people who are not good at arranging music. So you're going to find sheets like this where, sure, it probably sounds like Jurassic Park, but it just looks very odd the way it's written out. What's another one? Sheet Music Plus. Now, you'll have to play or pay per sheet to get these, but that's just the way it goes. So Sheet Music Plus, you can get a lot of more modern pieces from here. So unfortunately, with more modern stuff, you're probably going to have to shell out some money for it in most cases. And then, of course, you can use the old, Google, Jurassic Park, sheet music, PDF, piano, PDF. If you put PDF, sometimes you get some good. And look, a lot of these are actually MuseScore, so the website I was just telling you about. And so you might have some luck searching on Google as well. Okay, this one. This is like from the actual book, or the sheet music book. So I don't know. imslp.org is great for, older stuff. Sheet Music Plus is good for, newer stuff. So is MuseScore. So that's how you find good sheet music. Okay, we got, let's see here. Abigail, I forgot where you are from, says Barbara. Jason says, okay. Oh, thanks, Sir Tim, for at least first part and play in C major. You're very welcome, Jason. Glad to help you out. And congratulations on the new piano. Very exciting. Abigail says, missing you and others, Tim, and it is possible to send through phone. I don't think so, unfortunately. Yeah, we've been trying to figure this out for a while, haven't we, Abigail? Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is maybe we could arrange to have you send it to me through the mail. So that's the only thing I can think of that might work. Music Practice Tribe says, thanks, I'll do that. Studying grade 6, but my sight reading is truly about grade 3. As you say, I think memorized too early, catch 22. Yep, I agree with that. So I'll work on that. Thanks for IMSLP walkthrough. You're very welcome. Yeah, it's a very good, very, very good resource for finding sheet music. I find sheet music there all the time. Whenever we're doing the live streams and things like that, that's probably where I got my Moonlight Sonata and pretty much everything else I play. Abigail's from St. Kitts. I believe that is an island, right? Abigail says, okay, Tim. Okay, what's a cadence, says Paris? What are different types of them? Great question. So a cadence, if I could define it, is a chord pattern, a chord progression that's very common in music. So something like this, where you're moving from C major to F major to G7 back to C major, and you just kind of repeat it over again. Like that. In turn, there are a bunch of different types of cadences. Let me look them up so I do not screw them up too bad. Okay, so here's the actual definition of a cadence according to Music Theory Academy. It's a chord progression of, oops. Okay, here we go. A cadence is a chord progression of at least 2 chords that ends a phrase or section of a piece of music. So a phrase would be like, where it kind of sets up the first part of the song. That's a phrase. The second part of the phrase is just like that. So that cadence is just the chord pattern that goes underneath it. Let's see here. Types of cadences. There's something called a perfect authentic cadence. This goes from the 5 chord to the 1 chord. And it's a cadence that sounds the most finished. So that would be something like if you had a G major to a C major like that. So their example goes from 1, 4, and the real part of the perfect cadence is the 5. Oh, let me kind of show you what I'm looking at as well. So here in their example, they have 1, 4, 5, back to 1. A plagal cadence is a 4-1 cadence. So it's a lot of these have to do with the chord progression that they're using. Just remember that when they're using the Roman numerals 1, 4, 5, 6, so forth, they're talking about the note of the scale that chord is based on. So if you have C major, the key is C major, you have 7 individual notes in C major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you build a chord on each of those, 5, 6, you have 7 chords like you would have 7 notes. So the 1 chord is literally C major, the first chord. 4 is an F major, 5 is G major, because it would be the 4th note and 5th note respectively. So just to kind of give you some background on that. Half cadence is a 1-5 cadence. So you kind of flipped it around. Instead of 5, 1, you have a 1, 5. And what a imperfect cadence, really, a half cadence is for, is to fit into the middle of a phrase, right? So if you have Jingle Bells again. Well, that doesn't really fit with that song. But anyway, you would use your imperfect cadence to kind of have because whenever you end on a 5 chord, it makes it sound like this P should continue going. If you end on a 1 chord, it sounds more final. So this would be if you're reaching the end of a section of a piece, but you want it to have the sound like it should continue going, then you would use, the half cadence and everything. So I'm not going to give you all of them. But, and then the deceptive cadence is from like a 5 chord to a 6, like that. So you kind of expect the 5 chord to go to 1, right? But a deceptive cadence literally deceives you into thinking it's going to go somewhere when it goes somewhere else. So what I recommend you do to learn more about these is go to the page I was just looking at. Just type in types of cadences on piano. And click on the musictheoryacademy.com. This is on Google. Oh, let me show you back to where we were. So I typed in types of cadences on piano, and then cadences right here. So there you go. So that will kind of give you a review of all those types of cadences. Okay, Sir Tim, is it true that Love Sorrow is one of the hardest songs? I'm not really sure. It could be. I'm not really sure about Love Sorrow. I don't think I've ever played it. Gabby says, hi, Tim. How many keys should a keyboard have if you want to be proficient in classical music? Well, 88 keys is what I definitely recommend, for sure. 88 keys is a full-size piano keyboard. However, 76 keys, I think we get the job done. 60, whatever the one down from that, 63 or whatever. That's that's really not enough. But you're talking about becoming proficient in classical music. So I definitely recommend you pick up the 88 key keyboard. So that's your answer on that one. All right, any other questions about what we talked about tonight? All right, I think I'm going to end it here. End it a little early. Like I said, we had a shorter lesson today. Let me do like an outro for when you're welcome, Gabby, and for when I piece together this video. So let me think about... If you want some more great playing tips, check out the playlist right here and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a beat, because we have more lessons coming out all the time. This has been your piano teacher, Tim, from Piano Lessons on the Web. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson. All right, so I'm still here. Julio says, in other words, cadences are like punctuation marks in the music. Yes, that's a good way to put it. All right, everybody, I think I'm going to end it a little bit early. Thanks for coming by tonight. I had a great time learning with you. Check us out again on Sunday. Remember that next week we're most likely going to be off from streaming. I will put a reminder at our facebook.com/lessons on the web, twitter.com/lessons on the web. Facebook's probably even the better option of staying up to date with the channel. All right, Loria says, thank you, Tim and fellow students, for another great and enlightening lesson. Good night, everybody. Good night, Laredo. Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight. Really, really much appreciated. I really much appreciate your support. Thank you for, we've actually been pretty consistent with the lessons, but, thank you again for any patience you may have had to practice, with me moving everything. But I think so far we've been pretty good. Thanks, Tim. See you again. Thank you very much, Jason. Congratulations on the new piano. Very excited for you. Gary Cook, thank you so much for coming by and supporting our channel. Really appreciate that. I can't even talk today. Are you on Sun? I am not on Sun. I'm on the Earth. I know it looks like I'm on the Sun, but... Oh, am I on Sunday? Yes, we are on Sunday. I finally got what you were saying. Yes, we are definitely having a live stream on Sunday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see you all there again. Thanks for coming by, and I'll check you out on Sunday. So thanks, everybody. Thank you, Barbara, and everybody else.